Okay, so this video is just a few of the things I've been doing on the Woodfire. In fact, I'm doing one right now. The last one that's on here is pork chops, but I've also got some ribs on here that I did, leg quarters, corn on the cob, and grilled cheese. But let me say, it's not just about, what I'm cooking. It's a couple of them's been some pretty good things that work real well. One is the ribs, the way I wrap them, and the method I use, and using the dehydrate feature to reheat them. That it's an excellent way to reheat with. You can go way low in temp, way long in time, whatever you need to do. It works great for reheating, low and slow like. And then on the corn on the cob, I've got a method that works excellent, and most people don't even know you can do it, and it's as natural as you can get. In fact, you'll have to see it if you've never done it, and that's cooked straight in the husk. And then it really, when you open it up, the silk and all comes off, and it's just a lot easier than most people think, and I'll show you that in this video. So I'm going to drop you right into the rib video right now. There they are, ready to go. I've already got them seasoned up. I've got the temp set to 225. I'm just going to let them roll slow. I got the all-purpose pellets in there, and we are off and running. Set the smoker, see what happens. Okay, so like a lot of times, these are for tomorrow. We're going to get them off of here. They've been on there right at, well, like 6 minutes, being 4 hours. I got a 180, 190. And the back ones were a little cooler. Let's see. Well, they're 193. They're a little more. So these will be probably 2 of them eaten tonight. I mean, a couple of those ribs eaten tonight and then reheated tomorrow. But that's what it is right now. They look good and they're really close. All right, right there is what they've rested a little bit too. 193. So that's close enough for me to eat that one and wrap the other one and do this again tomorrow. Okay, so here's the ribs I cooked last night, and this works excellent on a lot of things. I've got it set to dehydrate at 145 degrees. Now I ran the time way up. You can take dehydrate all the way to 12 hours on this unit. And I've got them wrapped in butcher's paper and aluminum foil. I'm not crazy about putting my food right against aluminum foil, so I'll show you in a minute. I'm going to take it inside, unwrap it, and show you what they look like reheated. But hang on, I'll be back. All right, there they are. Reheated ribs on the Woodfire. And any way you want to reheat them, if you ask me, aluminum foil makes things heat a little bit better maybe, or it kind of seals in the moisture. But this layer of butcher's paper kind of keeps that aluminum foil off of your food, which, I'm not a big critic on a lot of things, but people are really kind of down on that now. And this works excellent. And you can see, it holds in the moisture. It looks good. It will be good. I even do it on my potatoes now. Okay, so doing a little test, but I did go ahead and preheat this unit. I actually preheated it on roast feature, but I'm going to be running the smoker. I've got the all-purpose blends in there, and I've got 3 leg quarters, beef tallow, duck fat, and avocado oil. So we're going to see if any of the skins are a little bit different enough to worry with, but I like all 3 of those for that. But that beef tallow has been working pretty good. First time I've tried duck fat. Smoker setting, 300 degrees. I've got the chips in here, by the way, and it's igniting them right now. There they are. So we're going to see how it does. I think it'll be a lot better than the whole chicken because it's got more room. I've learned a lot about it already, so I'll explain that in a minute. All right, this is after about 40 minutes, and this is some smoked chicken legs. Look at them. I mean, honestly, when you think about it, that looks good. It is a smoked chicken. Now, it's different than my pellet grill. I give you that. It's different than my green egg will do. But if you're wanting smoke, man, this is it might be the method you should choose. And I got plenty of temp after 40 minutes at 300, so I'm going to check them a little bit better. But there's my point. Smoked chicken legs, and that's what they are. Right, so if you picture these with some macaroni and cheese and maybe some even some corn on the cob or something, creamed potatoes on a plate, that's going to look good, and it's smoked chicken. Now, you don't have to do that far. They got another method, but to me, right now, for smoked chicken, it's doing what it says it'll do. All right, one other thing you can do with it, obviously, kebabs, and they work well. Now, that's a chicken, and about to get those off. And this is what it's made for, this kind of stuff. Okay, so I wanted to do a recipe that I do normally in anything, an oven, air frying oven, air fryer itself, but tonight I'm going a little bit different. We're going to do it in the Ninja, and I'm going to use the smoke feature. I'm going to actually use the all-purpose blend, although this might be a good one for those robust pellets they send, and it's corn on the cob. A lot of people don't know this, but all you have to do, now I'm going to trim off all of these loose ends, but that's it. I don't do anything else to it. Just get those loose ends off where they don't get in the fan or something. And you put them in there. And I do them at 350 for like an hour. But you can raise a temp and do them faster. But 350 for an hour, and it'll be some of the best corn you ever ate. And I'm going to show you just how easy it comes out of this shuck. And that's what a lot of people don't really know. But anyhow, I'm going to get them ready. I'll be back. Okay, here they are, all trimmed up. There's what I cut off. This is it. This is all you do. That right there, I'm going to put them like that. Now, I may have to turn them where they'll fit. Closing it down, I'm going to go to smoker because I want to use the smoke feature. And I've never done this before, by the way. I don't know how they're going to turn out. I do know how they turn out in an air frying oven or an oven, and it's absolutely excellent. But we're going to find out here. I'm going to leave that set to 4 hours. No big deal. It's going to ignite those pellets, and like I said, I've got it full of these. So what it looks like in just a minute or an hour. All right, so it's close enough to an hour, and I will say that I'm fixing to insert some video from a regular air fryer, so you'll know what to expect, because this is an excellent way to cook corn, and this is a lot different because we're smoking corn in a husk, kind of to see if I get any smoke flavor at all, but it also kind of changes the look of it, as you can see. But I mean, I think it's going to help. I think it's going to work. I have no idea yet because I haven't opened it, but I'm going to put one from a normal air fryer here in just a minute. But anyhow, I'm going to take these inside, let them rest a minute, and show you how easy they are to shuck. All right, I backed up on that taking them inside, and it's not because it's a big deal. It usually doesn't make a huge mess, but it might make some, and it's just as easy to do outside. But here you go. This is how easy. Now that looks excellent. Now, I don't know you're going to be able to even detect that smoke. My point was to see when you served them how it might look, you know, with the husk a little more darker than it would be when you do them, as I'll show you in just a minute, in just an air fryer. But I'm going to try and show you. There's every bit of that silk pulled off. I mean, really quick. And if there's any on there, it only takes a second to get it off. But right now it needs butter, and that's what it's about to get. And I am going inside. We'll do the other one too. Okay, I'm back inside only a minute later. I'm going to go ahead and rub both of these down with just salted butter is what I use. You could use unsalted, I guess, but I don't know why you would. And I'm going to do this right here. And then one of them's not going to get eaten right now. Stick it in I would have left it wrapped up had I not been doing this video. But you could probably stick that in a Ziploc bag or something. I don't really know because I've never really thought about that. But it'll work fine just like that. But let's see if we can taste the smoke. And that's kind of what this is about. Again, I'm not expecting it, but no smoke. I'll say it. It's not. I think the appearance of that husk might be better, but you want to talk about corn that's perfectly cooked? That's it right there. That's perfectly cooked corn, and you got a handle. I'll try to do one so you'll know what to expect here in just a minute in just a regular air fried oven. All right, I'm going to call that close enough because it is 2 minutes away from 1 hour, and here's what it looks like. It is a little warm, but in fact, we'll turn that off. that's the difference between it and the smoke, because nothing else is going to be different. I mean, it does this. Here's what you do, again, just because I can. I'm going to show you. Woo! It's a little warm. You see the steam coming up. But that right there, and then you pull that right there back, and you serve it. It is hot, I'm not going to lie, but you can handle it. It's not tremendous, and then you just dress it up a little bit, and the best corn you'll ever eat, I promise. You need to try it, at least. But anyhow, now you know. All right, there's what I think the griddle plate is worth buying for, and it is grilled cheeses and stuff. So that's just regular loaf bread. That's sunbeam bread, and the other side looks like that. That's, to me, that's a perfect grilled cheese. There's 2 slices of Sargento medium cheddar. But anyhow, I'm gonna cut it in half in a second and let you see it. Okay, so actually there's everything that's on it. A little mayonnaise, that's what I put on the outside. Sunbeam bread and medium cheddar, and it does a really good job. And I probably could have made that cheese stretch if I could have just broke it, but you can see it. That's a grilled cheese. You put some dill pickles on that, and it works. There you go. Okay, so this is the last example I'm going to do on this video, and it is bone-in, thick-cut pork chops. And if you look right down there, you'll see my Z-grills, or my pellet grill. And we're going to do one on a pellet grill and one on the Woodfire. And that kind of gives you an idea of the difference. And it's a bunch, I'm not going to lie. And we're going to smoke this one with the all-purpose blend, and just pellet grill that one with hickory chips or hickory pellets down there. Be right back. Right here, I'm going to place it right there. I'm going to put it to smoker. We're going to set this to 275, just like I have the Z grill set. I'm just going to leave it at 4 hours, but we're off and running. That's going to at night, the pellets, and this is full of those all-purpose. Now I'm going to walk down there and drop this one on there, so hang on, I'll take it with me. Okay, and you'll notice when I open this, I also have some corn on the cob, because I wanted to see the difference in what it looks like from a pellet grill when it's done, and that likes, I don't know, 30 minutes or so, but I'll show it to you when it's ready. But we're off and running. Okay, we're going to check this temperature right now. It says it's ready, 164. And I flipped it, and we are 159, 150. That's plenty for me, because pork nowadays, you know, they say it's done at 145. Well, we don't usually do it that way. But here's the side that stayed up during most of the smoke. I flipped it about 10 minutes ago. And also, if you were paying attention, you may have noticed I put the wrong one in here. I put number 1 here, which should have been in the Z grill. Well, long story short, they will let this meter, you can edit on the fly, and I did that. Now, they're not paying me. I'm just saying that's a pretty neat device. Nobody's paying me. Well, everything here you see is out of my pocket, and nobody's paying me nothing. But my point is you can edit it, and I did that. I changed the probe from the Woodfire on number 1 to the Z grills on number 2. I changed them, in other words. So we got to watch the Z grills a minute. It's at 144, but here is the pork chop, the smoked pork chop. Now that is the side that stayed on the smoke the longest, or, you know, during the heavy smoke. You might want to adjust your flip times, but you can see it looks good. And I'm going to show you what the pellet grill or the Z grills looks like in just a minute. So I'll be back when that one's ready, and it likes about another, I don't know, 20 degrees, so be back. Okay, so we got to remove from heat, because I've got it set to 155, and it's actually 156. I let it run a little long. You can see the other one's been off about 8 or 9 minutes, so in other words, the Woodfire does cook a lot faster. But let's get a temp from the, see if I can get one from the Thermopin. 160, I mean, you know something, I'll take that. There's a 154, 155. I'm good with that. I'm going to, as a matter of fact, I got to open that up. I'm going to put it in there right beside it, and we'll get a side-by-side view of what the pellet grill does versus the Woodfire. So, matter of fact, I move that. But you can see the Woodfire was considerably faster, but that doesn't matter, I don't guess. This is a lot bigger, so it takes a little bit longer. So I'm not dissing on either one, but anyhow, we're gonna cut one open, let it rest a minute, be back. Okay, so here they are. Now, I will say that the whole video is really just about the look. It's really not about the taste or anything, but I ran them both to really good temps. In fact, I can take these out and show them to you a little bit better so you'll know what to expect. Now, that one, of course, this one is from the Z grill or the pellet grill, and then there's your smoked, and that is considerably different. And it is. It just is. I mean, it's a pellet grill. It's not a pellet grill. It uses pellets for smoke, and I've said that a bunch in my other videos. I think it's a really, really good idea. I didn't in the beginning. I didn't really know what to expect. But now I will say this one right here, I didn't flip it. Probably maybe if I was going to get real good at it, I would probably flip them a little bit earlier. But there it is. I mean, there's what that side looks. It got the majority of the smoke. And then this is the pellet grill, which is, it's the same on both sides pretty much. And you could feather that out a little bit better by flipping it. But I mean, I don't know why I'm even showing this part, because it's really not about this, but they should be cooked pretty close to perfect, because I took them both to around 160 or so. And we'll cut this one. But for a smoked pork chop, this is it. I mean, if you want smoke, you're not on. Well, that's what I've learned. I don't have any device, nothing. I've got green egg. I've got an actual smoker out there, they call it, but it don't do anything like that. It does not smoke, and I mean, it does. It smokes kind of like a green egg or a pellet grill, but it doesn't do that. And that's my point. If you want to smoke, that Woodfire is the way to go, and it does it with chicken. It does it with anything you put in there. So, anyhow, I'm going to end this video. I'm not even going to try it. I'm telling you, they're pork chops. They're good. I'll guarantee it. And the smoke flavor is there. I promise you on there, just like with everything I've tried. And it's not there. So, I mean, it may be somewhat there, but that is a smoked pork chop. Gonna shut up. Love y'all. I really, really do. Really, really do. Y'all come back to see me, and have a good night. I lied. This does have a little bit of smoke. It does. Nothing like this, obviously. But they're both excellent. And that salt and pepper, it works. But if you're looking for a lot of smoke, there it is.